Okej, witam was wszystkich w kolejnym odcinku z Shadows over Loathing. Zaczynamy od razu, hi. Don Toblerone speaking. Don, that was unusually sincere. Are you feeling okay? The boss is mad about our telephone bill. I have been encouraged to keep this brief. I see, well, what's the job? Greasy Steve will give you the details for you. Oh, okay. You hang your poster up, making your space seem even more like a messy dorm room. Tired of carrying the loose steam vent round, so you install it in the corner of the room. You set up Rufus hot plates on your desk. Mogę gotować. A, tu jest steamy hot vent. Czyli jednak poprzednio... Tfu. Czyli jednak wracamy do szkoły. Tyle mało. Okej. A moment. Friend Naskami, it occurs to me that my old office here at the institute may yet be accessible. And if so, then my binder of research notes might be of some volume to us. Oh really? Where's your office? At the far end of the infinite corridor. How is that possible? Mine was one of the first offices in the wing, you see, and they began the corridor from that end. Ah. You pause to mop your brow with your pocket handkerchief. They say the infinite corridor has gotten longer since last you were here, but at length you were returned to your old office and discovered to your delight that it is just as you left it, but dustier perhaps. All your books are still here, even your autographic copy on Newton's Demon Corpus Ingerium. Fascinating stuff that, though a bit outside of your wheelhouse. This takes me back. In the old days you were obliged to use coffee cups for our experiments. As test tubes had not yet been invented, the dean eventually made a very strict rule against therapy and practical jokes. Ah, your old lab assistant's desk. What was his name again? Smith? Schmidt? You don't recall that he used to give you merry hell for mispronouncing it all the time. You wonder if he ever made tensure. Ah, your first periodic table. Air, fire, air, water, filigrane. Things were so much simpler back then. Ah, your old desk. And do you note the fascination that your standing order to the cleaning lady to never touch it have not fallen by the wayside. You proceed the spine of your notes binder in the dentures and yank it out with a quick jerk, such that the remainder of the spiral settles itself without collapsing. Professor Adams learned a new skill, boring lecture. Well met, Naskami, I returned. Hi Professor, do you find that you were looking for? Indeed I have, and I dare say they may come in handy in times ahead. Great, let's go. Okej, miałem iść do... Professor Adams nasty plus now applies 3 additional poison, nice. Sorry, but I'm not reading that shit. Hey good to see ya, have a french fry. They have french fry, I didn't see that on the menu, I bring my own from home, I'll pass thanks. What's the job? The boss has decided we need to send a message to Congressman Chitney. You familiar? Sure, a message is when information is conveyed from one person to another. I meant with the congressman. Ah, never met him. He is some childly is a student here, lives at one of the frat houses, Zeta Omega Omicron. I know the place, so you're gonna make young Chad sleep with the fishes. Whoa, I didn't sign up for... Oh well, I didn't sign up for this either. Look, all you gotta do is get into the kid's room. It's a lead pipe hinge. I don't know what that means, but okay, I guess. Zeta Omega Omicron. you sneak into Chad's room and dump the rotten fish out into his bed. After tonight's inevitable rager, you'll stagger back to his room and pass out without even noticing them. The perfect crime. Okej, zakładam, że to wszystko? Serio? Serio? So how did it go, kid? You got some news for me? Yeah. The kid's busy full of fish. It's a lip pipe clinch, like you said. I did not know what that means though. Nobody does. That's what makes it such a great turn of phrase. Anyway, nice job, kid. Now Congressman Chutney will really know who he's dealing with. He sure will. Oh boy, that's a lot. Okay, I guess wracam. Ocean City. Solution Grid Returner, the person who has activated this telephonic mechanism and with whom you are now converting, not as Don Run. I thought your boss said you had to keep it brief now. He devised and then agreed upon an arrangement deemed satisfactory to both parties. Let me guess, you're paying the phone bill. You're guessing prowess impression infectious. That's what they tell me. You've got another job. Once again, the particulars of this undertaking are being held in escrow and will be transferred to you by our colleague who resistive. Got it. Oh wow, czyli zapierdalam po prostu pomiędzy jednym miejscem a drugim najwyraźniej teraz dzisiaj. I guess. What's up with this grim look, Steve? Got a serious job for you this time, kid. And it ain't gonna be easy. After those last 2 jobs, I could do with a challenge. That's an attitude that'll take you far, kid. Maybe right off the cliff, though. So, what's the job? There's this vampire, a real mean sob. That's got one of our couples really steam, like really steam. As in, literally steam the guy to death. What? He's one of those mist-type vampires, you know? But real hot. And I don't mean hot as in good looking. I see, maybe. The fight was in the steam tunnels under seat. We managed to seal the thing up in there, but someone gotta take care of this for good. That's where I come in, though. That's the long and short of it. Here's a combination to the door, but don't go in there half-cooked. How are they supposed to help? They're not. I just want you to throw them away from me. Or, hell, keep it. I don't care. Well, thanks. Przejdę się do Rufusa, bo to już jest w podziemiach. Czyli co, mogę to wyrzucić albo... Muscle plus 4, I guess. Steve Note says 1, 2, 3, jeez, these guys. Dial in the combo and the lock clicks open. This integrated boiler is currently being powered by a bunch of burning garbage. The vampires seem to be enjoying the hot steam. 15 Mysticality! Ja... Czy to jest wyzwanie? Czy to jest dla mnie wyzwanie, kurwa? Zobaczmy. 7, 8, 9. 9. 10. 11. 11 max. 11 to jest mój max. Czyli po prostu muszę z nimi zawalczyć. Rozumiem. Not the worst, I guess. A group of nasty vipers is running this team. Their boss leader at your malevolently. Leers at your malevolent. You seem like you've got something to say. Me, I am merely amused that those mob ruffians have sent a neophyte to clean up a mess with one of their own lieutenants could not. I'll boil your blood like a sweet mulled wine, He-Man. And my servants and I will drink a toast to your demise. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting. You ain't got anything on me, bruh. $21 damage'a, trochę dużo, nie powiem, trochę dużo. Ale tylko troszeczkę bym powiedział. Lemao. Professor Adam delivers all false Moxie by 3. Za 10, okej. Teraz dużo już nawet za 10, ej. That's a lot. Really took the steam out of those vampire's pipes. That's the idiom, right? Professor Adam tells you some boring facts about the foes you just defeated. Jakieś trochę expa to jest dodatkowego, I guess. Fish. I fish. Handful of steam. Okej, I guess wracam. Nagrywam, prawda? Jest. Fight the... shapes. Okej, tylko 5 mu zadaję, naprawdę? O, bardzo mało. Chuj mało, nawet bym powiedział. Kid, I honestly didn't expect to see you again. You got a real talent. Ah, it's nothing. Nah, don't sell yourself short. You got a real future in the organization. That's probably the last job you're getting from me. You've dealt a fatal blow to the bloodsuckers in this territory, so if the boss has any more work for you, it'll be somewhere else. Good luck, kid. Thanks, Steve. See you around. Messages none. Nie ma go? Interesting, where's Clars? Going to deal with some interference we were getting in the Detectotron. I have thought he'd be back by now, actually. Well, don't worry about it. Go get some sleep. I got the book, and possibly also a bachelor's degree in chemicals. I'm not exactly sure. Wow, sounds like a busy day. Yes, that's a fair assessment. I'm going to bed now. Okay, sleep tight. Don't forget to encrypt the book. We're having some trouble pinpointing the next artifact, but we should have it sorted out in the morning. Right. The Librum Umbrella Malum Ovilia. Zakładam, że to jest ta książka. No dobra. Zacznijmy od książki. Itavero, you offer the grim Latin tome to the machine. Your head tingles as the machine thrums and vibrates. Inhuman vowels vegetate in your ear. Dark words from all at the tips of your tongue. A cacophony of language reverberates and resounds and suddenly dissipates. And the curse is severed from the book. All that nasty Latin has been wiped away, revealing the uncorrupted beauty beneath. The book's curse now lives in the machine. I don't think you can project your consciousness into it. Think about it, pal. Hey, small bird. There's still wisdom left in an old Fidon, for those who ask the right question. Hail, Agrimat, hails. Not often is Latin spoken on our soil without bloodshed. It angers will form our future. Bankiers offers us much power. Yeah, the tribes who ally with Empire are greatly rewarded, but I can name no tribe who would be as powerful as you, Grimhild, if you are good to that man. Fridef, don't speak of marriage at this time. Ah, why scold me? Why it not go well for our future and yours? A secure peace for all, with much power to you, and benefits. Would you not like the fine skills, Grimhild, and spice and fine creams? Yeah, Grimhild. Agi has lost much of the wolves, till he haunts. Hail, Agi. Spit on a son of Rome, Grimhild. Rapsha. Ankirs offers power on top of peace. Power is in return for suckling the shackles of a she-wolf. That is no power. Agi drinks the milk of birds, and he spits on sons and daughters of Rome. Agi speaks too much of suckling, talk plainly. No truce with empire, Grimhild, Trapsha. Yeah. Ankyrius has much confidence to come here alone. Ave barbarian hails. I stand before you in the name of Imperator Gaius Julius Caesarus Divis, Dominus of these lands. The big Imperator's birthday is next Marcus Day. It is a big birthday, he'll be 40. Sign his birthday card, barbarian, and the Emperor shall look with favor upon your tribe. When we are in public, you call me barbarian. Ah, so you seek in private to play with sweet words, but now you call me barbarian. I am an official business. Onward, Grimhild, and my words are chosen accordingly. If you do not perceive my passion, it is only because I have dominion over them. Speak not of passion to me in this place, she says. Ah, Imperator Grimhild, please. And he is your Imperator too, so you say. What will you write to your Imperator? In Latin, please. Remember your lesson. I will not tell you this. I enjoy the primitive exotism of your company, Grimhild. And you have great potential, but that is powerful birthday card, and I cannot let you near it without knowing what you will intend to write. Dajcie mi chwilę. Walter Arthur White says happy birthday. Hey, why can't the barbarians teach their children in Latin? In Latin. In Latin, please. Okay. Okay, I guess niech będzie. Wszystkiego najlepszego. Why? That is a wonderful sentiment. All is composed. I confess I am surprised, Grimhild. I did not think even my teaching had carried you so far. I surprised as well. How did I know that? No, matters not. Go forth, beautiful one, and grace the powerful pages of the card with your tribute. Between you and I, you may accept much power in return. Plunge the card into the sky. Consummatum est. The curse that once lodged within that forbidden and nasty text has been unwritten and undone, and you find a fascinating final chapter you did not notice before. A birthday Caesarus wherever you are. I can ask coming, but Jessica, not Caesarus, and it's not my birthday. My mistake. Read it. Mutant Mang. And there's one more chapter. 20 mid-drop. Ile ja mam dodatkowego mid-dropu? What? Plus 120 z tej jednej książki? You good, bra? Czy ja nie mam... By the way... No fishing rod, okay. The machine winds up. Whirling and humming at odd intervals, casting about for some elusive frequency. This continues for some time, and you begin having difficulty breathing. Just as you fear you might pass out on the incessant cycling sudden stop with a pop, the curse has been removed and you can breathe once again. The fishing rod curse now swims in the very depths of the machine, daring any astral fisherman about to come down and get it. Go fishing. Choose me. I'm fucking slow as fuck, bruh. Nobody sees and nobody whisper all invisible grubblefish low. But you can make this loser a winner if you rebirth me upstairs as somebody's dinner. Nobody knows a trout as sweet as saucy Mistress Calvin meat. I like to kiss the other trouts on the tails or their bouts, but I'll tell you my most base desire to be fished and thrown into the fryer. I make mischief, I'm a wretched soul, chaos is fishering's on the go. Well, almost only, so I am very lonely, and to you I won't lie, tonight I'd like to die, by your hook and then be cooked. Mr. Calvin Meat. Your mind tingles, the fishing rod curse has been caught another fish today, and you get the feeling the more fish you help him catch, the happier he'll be. Wait, who's he? You just know deep in your gut that this curse is a man, not in the way that sailors talk about their ships using female pronouns. This isn't a male curse. This is curse in a man. Right? A, czyli ja mogę zmienić sobie. O, czyli ja mogę zmienić to, jak się zachowuje to. Okay, I almost forgot. Before, Charles asked me to have you picked a third store. Advanced pants, it doesn't say what they plan on selling, but I have done some nice pants. Hardware's hardware. Ye old chimera, some seat science lady who wants to sell potions. Potion store would be useful. Dobra. A więc dobranoc. Chris touch stages of you, each whispering. Whispering drifts in the out. And mixes on making it hard to understand. All I'm doing, brown, so deep laughing. The scowling one. Quite one of them. Now you can hear the others. +1 Moxie and +1 Mystic. This dream has a horrible hole in it. My research wasn't true enough. There is no going back here. What did you do, you idiot? Something prevented me from entering the campus. Will the barrier hold without me? O kurwa, zjebaliśmy, co? Perhaps through there is an ending. O kurwa, my zjebaliśmy. Zjebaliśmy. O Boże święty. Tam coś jest, kurwa. No, I guess, ale nie mogę tam przejść, więc... O kurwa, my chyba naprawdę zjebaliśmy. Kurwa. Scummy, thank God you've fallen awake. Am I? If you say so, what's eating you? I'm at my wit's end. Charles Wallace has gone missing. Really? Where did he go? He wouldn't be missing if I knew that. Closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Okay. I'm panicking. Come on, Jessica, don't panic. I don't know where he went before. He went missing. We were having trouble getting the Decathlon to focus on the next artifact. All we could get the Big Moist. The Big Moist. A swamp north of Porkham, and I'm pretty sure that the entire swamp is not the cursed artifact in question. Charles went out there yesterday afternoon to see if a downed power line or something was causing interference. And he hasn't come back yet. No, he hasn't. Maybe I should go look for him. You're trying to drive me crazy. Come on, get a wiggle on. Crying out loud. Charles couldn't have been eaten by a government by now. You got the map of the Big Moist. Big Moist bus stop. Eaten by what now? Gammons, you know, I don't. Which seems like a good thing. The Big Moist is home to a terrible tribe of nasty and deliberate half people, half alligators. They don't take kindly to intruders, such as, for example, Charles Wallace. Or me, presumably. Are you checking on me out now, when a friend's life is politically at stake? Ever heard of a sunk cost fallacy? Is this map as life as with... From the look on Jessica's face, this does not seem like the best time for the quimp, if you want to continue to have a face to make quips out of. Is this map as life as cheese? It's a sponge, which deli have you been going to? A sponge is definitely not a map. You're going to a swamp, it's soft, damp and it has holes in it. What do you want from me? Alright, okay. Dwie wiadomości. Co? Tak, słucham. Dia bueno, moshi moshi, Tebleron, guten tag, słymy, Matt, Donald, ale... Nie umiem rosyjskiego, to jest rosyjski jest jedyną rzeczą, której nie przeczytam, no sorry. Ale jak ja zobaczyłem tak, słucham... Co, kurwa? Nie instalowałem tłumaczenia. Stick to English or I quit. Your resistance to international forms of communication may prove to have a hindering effect on you in the future. Our organization possesses ambitions of operating worldwide. I'll jump off the bridge if I get to it. What do you need? An in-complex reacquisition. A team of our operatives transporting a shipment of alcohol through the local wetlands encouraged difficulties and were compelled to abandon their submarine. The wetlands proved to be drier than we had anticipated. So you need to recover the booze. Where do you want me to take it? You may retain the booze as your recompenses. Our only requirement is that it not be acquired by prohibition agents, for fear that they may discover our fingerprints upon it. Yes, glass bottles do take fingerprints pretty readily. The bottle as well, yes, that is an excellent point. He gives you directions. Okay, I'm out now. The number you have dialed is not in service. Please hang up and Rufus? Oh, it's you, Naskami. Sorry about the subterfuge. I had to tap into the university line to get a phone down here, and this isn't strictly speaking legal. Anyway, I think I figured out the next step in building my quantum telecommunication device. Can you come to my lab as soon as possible? Okay. See ya soon. Nie mam zbyt dużo efektów, więc... It's all the frog guys who helped out earlier, the guy who was looking for mosquito chips and the guy who lost his jacket. Oh, heck yeah, bro. If you got problems beating the cold, queuing is the hobby for you. Wait, did you say hobby? I mean lifestyle. Standing next to a warm, comforting fire does sound pretty good, right, bro? Plus, while you're standing there, we can be queuing up some bergs, or winnies, or whatever. It's a win-win. Gosh. Wall is dancing with surprising vigor. These people are obviously on a 4th date, and you shouldn't bother them. Professor Adams is looking around. Hi, how's it going? What's up, boss? Professor Adam is pouring a cocktail back and forth between two glasses. Idę na razie sam. Nie to, że zostanę sam zawsze, ale na razie. Can I use the lab? Sure, help yourself. Just be careful not to blow up anything. I reserve the right to do all the blowing up of stuff in here myself. Thanks. I'm wracamy. Is this your shop? Why, yes, it certainly is. My name is Janice. Janice Checkmeyer. Didn't you just move in? That's... Why is it all blown up in here? Well, I always say it isn't real chemistry if you don't blow every cap and cut your hair or fine a couple of times, so I like to get it out of the way early. What have you got for me? Drop by 50. Maximum AP by 1 and you... The damage of magical weapons. Right, it's okay. Melee? Magical weapons? Bruch, plus kolejne plus 50 dropu do mięsa, co nie? Kolejne! Ile już? How's the new store? It's okay. So far. In an idle war, I have some crayons or colored pencil for you to play with. I'm not a child, I just like to draw too. One of my favorite artists are adults. You can't use this pencil, ah? Yes. I know it might seem silly to you, but I have such fond memories of going down to the chemical store as a child. I sit and draw pictures for hours. There is something with the pencil. But you're my pencil supplier, wouldn't that be a conflict of interest? Oh, definitely. You shouldn't be buying anything here if you can stop the bleed. Oh, but you mean to draw pictures with? No, I don't think those work for that. I'll be back later. Ja chyba wydaję 10 mięsa, żeby sprzedać jej to za 5. Chyba tak. And how? This place whizzles with throat. Don't take any wooden meat snacks. Well, let's go take care of some business. You got it back? Let me go iron my shoelaces and I'll meet you by the door. Okay. Będąc szczerym, chyba ją najbardziej lubię ze wszystkich. The Big Boys. Ja ją chyba najbardziej lubię ze wszystkich, którzy są dostępni, nazwijmy to w ten sposób. Fajny damage zadaje. Ale widzę, dlaczego nasz profesor mógłby być lepszy. Widzę, czemu on jest lepszy ogólnie od niej. Moim zdaniem on jest lepszy. Ale ona jest fajna, jeżeli chodzi o po prostu, wiecie, takie sobie leczenie. You want to wander aimlessly through a fetid swamp? You know it. No! Your walk through the swamp is interrupted by an unfortunate familiar face. Halt, interloper. Your pernicious interface ends here. Ah, jeez, not you again. Indeed, it is I. And I will give you even more cause to regret this encounter. You may have thought yourself clever, hiding in the institute where the dean's words would protect you from our attention. But now you've left the protection behind, and furthermore, encouraged the source of our power. You have made yourself extremely vulnerable. I'm just looking for my uncle. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about you, the dean, or your plans, or those weird dreams, or any of it. Regardless of the claims, you will now not leave this place uncaged. Quite the opposite. So, like, scathed, indeed. That's fine, I'm not scared of an accountant. What are you gonna do? Embezzle me to death. I have decided to balance this books in a more direct fashion as well. Ja się nie poddaję chuju. 81 damage'a. Mogę mu dosyć dużo obrażeń zadać, ale na razie spróbujmy. Nie wiem co dokładnie zrobić, ale okej. Okej, trochę dużo obrażeń, nie powiem. Tak troszeczkę kurwa dużo. Tak, o, to jest 3 bleeda. Siedem sliz. Co? The lost turns looms over you, gloating with a sinister look in him eyes. You realize the winning is better than losing, and you realize do better in the future. He takes a fountain pen out of his inside pocket and scratches something in the middle of your forehead. It hurts, and you're pretty sure this isn't ink tricking down. You're in the red, interloper. Kindly ensure that we do not meet again. Bruch. Co to za kurwa gówno? Wiecie co się kurwa dowiedziałem? Że tego debuffa jebanego nie mogę pozbyć się praktycznie do końca gry. Co za bullshit. Kurwa. There's a notice from the Federal Bureau of Prohibition. Wanted information pertained to the whereabouts of Jarvis and Clem Schlitz for the crime of Moonshiner, last seen and the victims. Missing Tom Champion, inquiry at Legamon Bass and Sons. The face of the teenage boy is circled in an attached photograph. A portrait of the boy and his elder male relatives, each holding a large mouth bass proportions to his own weight. What's going on? Buys no bass. Make a missing poster. While you don't have a pen or pencil which you to write a missing poster, you could remove the poster early in the notebook. It might not help, but at least nobody will be looking for those two kids when they could be looking for Charles. Chwilę, inaczej. Zróbmy to w taki sposób. Mogę iść po prostu do Seed. Nie Fishin, kurwa, nie Fishin. Nie chciałem iść do Hilbert. Kurwa. Kupuję za 5, sprzedaję za 6. No dobra, Moonshiner's Shack. A portly man in a white Leon suit sit in the wicker chair in a flat-bottomed boat. Is being fun by two large bats as he pulls his craft through the murky swamp water. Say pardon me, young man, but might I prevail upon you to lend me some navigatory assistance? I consider myself a man with a sense of direction, but I must admit, this bayou has got me turned right around. Well, to start with, you're far too away too far west to call this swamp a bayou. Well, no, I may just be a simple courtier of Dracula. But I thought I could tell the difference between a bayou and some damned Yankee swamp. Have I really missed Louisville by that much? I'm afraid so. By more than 800 miles as the bat flies. Well tarnished, I'll never make it to the derby at the rate. And I was so looking forward to that mint julep. Reckon I'll just have to make do with a... Is your name Murray by any chance? No, it's Naskami. Blood Naskami. Well, any port in a storm? As the poet said. Mary, nie Murray. How about if I draw you a map instead? It's not like drinking me will get you home. I reckon you're correct, but it will get me drunk, which is nearly as good. But let's see the map of your... You draw on a board the geographic knowledge of the waterways of the eastern half of the country. And sketch out a map that should take the vampire back to Louisiana, bayou via the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, with a stop at Louisville. He's quite impressed with your knowledge and bolts away with a jaunty wave. Fortunately, the fact that vampires can traverse running water egg rivers didn't occur to you until you were well out of sight. This rotten stump is crawling with worms. There's chaotic mess of animal track leading in all directions. This pot has been demoted from soup to chamber, bleach. 20 meat. The tread pattern on the tire is a Lincoln, which sounds like an impressive piece of deduction, but honestly the top hat and beard were a dead giveaway. Identify several sets of tracking leading away from the cabin. Hey, one of them matches the thread pattern of that spare tire you found. Follow the duck tree. You found the duck tree, which led to a lengthy sequence of locations that are zero interest of non-ducks. Horse. Nasty swamp water. Cow shoes. Moonshiner's cave. Check out the cave. No. Somebody's old campsite and it looks trashed. Return it to Charles when you find him. And amidst all the garbage strewn about, you find a shiny 7-8 combination wrench with CU painted on the side. That's right, obviously this belonged to Charles, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd lose one of his tools carelessly, nor the kind of guy who'd leave trash around his campsite. Look around more carefully and discover weird tracks in the mud. Big, clawed, bipedal tracks, maybe Gotharon tracks? And there's a spot where some kind of scuffle clearly happened. Oh jeez. Well, that tears it. Charles must have gotten kidnapped by Gatorman. Maybe he dropped the wrench on purpose to attract your attention. Hopefully you can find him soon. Are you sure you want to leave? The swamp probably doesn't have anything more interesting to offer than this tree with a big hole in it. This must be referred to the deep water that's way over to the right. Disobey. Shadow Mead. A couple of shady-looking characters furtively skulking in this cave. Hi, hello. Are you Jarvis Clem Schlitz? Nah, I'm Clem, he's Jarvis. Shut up, Clem, you might be a prohi. I ain't Clem. And I ain't Jarvis, relax, guys. And I saw the poster at the bus stop and got curious. I'm not gonna train. My name's Naskami. Phew. It's a relief. Sure, yes, sure is. Good to meet you, Naskami. What are you two doing in this weird cave? Got ourselves in a right predicament, it's what we done. What happened? Well, me and Jarvis been brewing up homemade hoodshot to sell. Means stashing it in the back at this here cave. But we got wind that his was on our trail, so we figured we better chase it. Pull the old 23 skidoo, you know. Come to find a pack. the mean lizard vermins got into the hooch and they won't give it back. We was thinking we'd just take the loss and blow, but we hit another snag. What happened to snag? I went to and locked the keys in my trunk. Still don't get what ya go and do a full thing like that for. I told ya, I ain't like I went and didn't for purpose or something. That's what I can do. The car unlocked, but your coat hanger gets ruined in the process. Shucks. I unlocked your truck. Well, dang, that's a load of my mind. Thanks, pal. I'm driving this time. Yeah, that's fair. Leave them for now. It's a vein of confident limestone. These gatormen have gotten into the Schlitz brothers' stash of hooch. They're popping the bottle caps off with their teeth, guzzling down the contents, and just generally having too much of a good time to take notice of you. They growl at you menacingly, playing to sozzle to just jump up and attack you. On the other hand, if you get too near their booze, that could change in an instant. Wait, what am I looking at here? Oh, I've not seen the Gatorman yet, sorry, it's hard to keep track. These are the guys Jessica mentioned, and they're pretty much what you'd expect from the name Gatorman. They're intelligent, upright-walking alligators that have tough, scaly skin, lots of teeth, and pissy attitude about everything that they aren't already eating. They especially hate intruders and are a second biggest threat that this swamp isn't a popular tourist destination, the first being it's a swamp. In any case, those Gatormen are still growing at your general direction. Wow, you guys are really into that baby formula. You must be missing some vitamins or something. Booze good. Wait, baby. Yeah, we feed that stuff to human babies so they grow up strong and big like me. Drinking booze makes strong, humans weak. Hey now, I lived on that stuff when I was a kid and I'm in peak physical shape. Wanna see me do a push-up? I'm feeling pretty good, I bet I can do 2 or 3. The Gatormen are disgusted by this, they drop the bottles and stomp away without even pausing to beat you up. Grab it. O wow, zebrałem wszystko, naraz. Tak o po prostu. Ale ja silny jestem. I don't know the gators, you can get your hooch at least, that's what's left on it. Head over the case he picked up. Well, heck, that's great news, thanks fella. Got to loan the truck in a jiffy. Looks like you guys are good to go. Sure does, thanks a million fella. You really saved our bacon, and how? We ain't got much to offer by the way of regards, but feel free to grab a crate of hooch as a thanks. Thanks. They can reload the rest of the hooch into the back of the truck and drive away. Unfortunately, you have to pay attention to how they get the truck through that weird hole. Oh well, maybe next time. Grab the ring. Drumstick. You find the arm of traveling salesman sticking out of the ground. Given the condition of the arm, it seems like the bodies attached to must have been down there for quite some time. The ring slips easily off of the arm's finger because the finger is both wet and withered with decay. Or one or the other would have sufficed. Every time you try to dig the hole, immediately fills up with water. You decide to just use the shovel to press the arm down below the surface and call it a day. It's a day. Lagermo, Bass and Son. State your business. I'm here about the missing children. Tom and Catchy, yeah, that's a sad song you'll need to talk to. I guess either Mr. Champman or Miss Tracy about that, but I wouldn't let either of them know that you've been speaking to the others, the bosses. They don't talk anymore. What goes on at this place? Largemouth Bass and Sons. We've Largemouth Bass and most of our sons. Why don't the boss speak to one another? Between you, me, and 3,600 Largemouth Bass, Mr. Champion and Tracy hasn't been on speaking terms since Mr. Champion had snubbed at the Academy Awards a few years back. They tolerate each other only because they both perform a function vital to the business. Which is, Mr. Tracy debones the fish and Mr. Champman rebones them, only then are the fish ready for sale at the market. Are you saying that bones and then put them back in. This tradition for generation a Champman has deboned the Buzz and the Tracy reboned them. A to było na odwrót. That unique process is what gives the Buzz guys 10. If you ask me, that's what I just did. Well, they ran off. This life isn't for everyone, and Tom and Catchy, they never had the makings of a large bow from a Buzz, the boner or reboner. I'll be going. None of Buzz really are as large as they say. Hope you're not planning to stick that route in there. Light more buff and sauce with the exclusive license to fish those water. Is there any way I can fish there? No large more buff and sauce. Kurwa mać. Ale to jest denerwujące trochę, że dostałem minus do wszystkiego. August 2nd, 1792. With stasis, the guard's eyes you suspiciously. Are the shotguns keeping you out or something else in? Who cares, I'm going inside. Emptied to magnify the misfortune of my stolen daughter. Any idea who did this? I have my suspicions, yes. When did this happen? 3 nights ago. I am still in shock, I can't even muster the strength to close the save. Would you? Sure. Bless you. Greetings, as a mariner, do you hate being stuck behind a desk? Excuse me. I make 6 figures a year behind this desk and mind your manners. You are addressing Adam Tracy, Chief Deboning Officer of Ladymouth Bath and Sons. Are you here about Kathy? I saw some posters about missing children. That's right, 3 nights ago, Kathy disappeared along with all her clothes and possessions, the contents of that safe there, and the company truck. Oh, and the Champman kid. Sounds like she might have run away from home. I'll excuse the remarks as you don't know my Kathy, but suffice it to say, that's impossible. Kathy loves largemouth bass almost as much as assuming preordinated roles in a multi-generation family business. No, Kathy would not simply leave home. There's a much simpler explanation. Occam's gators. Occam gators? A monstrous gator man, centuries old, 10 feet tall if he's an inch, with scales as blue as the deepest ocean. He has 2 tails, as sharp as razor, and he's not afraid to shave you. His appetite and insatiable. He'll strike at night and gobble up our fishes, guns, tax returns, whatever. And now I fear my Kathy. I don't know what we did to provoke his ire, but the beast has bullied and bothered us our business since my grandfather was in toddler pants. I sometimes think the swamp itself has summoned him up to be our tormentor. If you go to get 8 Kathy, you have to understand, for decades Occam Gating had been the sole author of the business misfortune. Could he eat a child? Absolutely. That's his MO or monstrous operandi. Occam's ate Kathy, aren't we too late? Not necessarily. Occam's only handicap in his glacially slow digestions. Go as Sylvester, a guard of ours. He was swallowed out by Occam, but by stripping off in his belly and greasing his body in Occam's own fat, he was able to slither out and of Occam's jaws while the great beast slept. Okay, where can I find Sylvester? I don't know. We had to terminate him for attempting to unionize. Occam Gates sounds made up. There's nothing made up about a giant blue gator man who eats guns. One of our guards actually saw Occam, even took a shot at him, but conventional weapons have no effect. Are you saying you haven't seen Occam Gator? I've seen the destruction with his rod. I've certainly seen that. My friend Charlotte is missing. Could Occam have taken him too? Certainly it's possible. I don't think the criminality of Occam Gator know any bounds. Is there a finder here? Is there a finder if I find her? 300 meat and my grandfather's fishing rod, but I'm running the show, right? Not Champman. I know he's got a missing boy too, but you just can't involve a reboner in an operation like this. They're far too emotional. If you're dealing with me, you keep him out of there. How about throwing in fishing rights? You've got your eyes on the large mouth, eh? I'll give you 10 minutes alone with the fish. How about that? No question asked. What's special about it? It can catch things that your scientists would say are impossible to find in water. How about that? So, deal. Good. Now, Peter. Our guard by the front gate was the last to see Okram Gator in the sickening flesh. Peter chased him off our property to a revolting little hamlet, but dared not enter himself. I'll mark it on your map. I'm convinced that's where you'll find Okram. And inside Okram's, catchy. What do you do here? I'll be on my way. Looking for something? What's back here? Crook quarters, off limits. Live here? Where the fish live, we live. I see. Is the mess through there? Oh, I don't mind. I don't mean it's messy. I'm saying there's a room where we have meals. It's the type of mess. I thought they only really used that term in the armed forces. You don't consider fishermen to be part of the armed forces. What do you think we used to hold the rods? Arms, that's right. What do you know about the Okram Gator? Oh, that's fake, is it? Yeah, that's a legend. An old boss wife's tale. Sometimes things go missing or the business has a run of bad luck and folks want a deeper explanation of it. But I can tell you that nobody here has ever laid eyes on any giant gator man. The bosses can't even argue on what he's supposed to look like, so Okram Gator didn't keep that. I really doubt it. Your boss says you saw him. Didn't you ever tell a boss what they wanted to hear? There's gators in these parts, alright. I have to scare them off the property on an almost daily basis, but I've never seen any sort of Okram Gators, no sir. The vicious paddle reflects a gloomy face. Talk to the paddle or the man. Paddle. Hello, sir. I can't understand you. It's a paddle. What's the matter with you? She left me. Who left you? Amphibious truck. Oh, so not a person. No, I'm more interested in amphibious trucks. So what happened to your truck? Our truck is the company truck. It's the company truck. We use it to take the fish to market. Couple nights ago, I forgot to fill her up before bed. And that must have really ticked her off because the next morning she was gone. No, nothing. You don't have anything to do with the missing kids. Tom and Kathy. You have to talk to Miss Champion or Miss Tracy about that. Maybe they took the truck. I don't know, seems like a stretch. When did the children go missing? Same day as but I think that's probably a coincidence. What's this paddle here? It's a gas. I never gave her that night. It's here now. In our special place, waiting for her to come along. Is it working? Obviously you can say that this is not. Yeah. The boss take care of us, we take care of us. What lies beyond that door is only for fishermen. What is it? Fish. Can I fish here? Huh. Alas. Hello there, I wonder, do you ever wish you'd had a glorious death at sea? Huh. Many a sea creature has tried to give me one, Paul, but before they can get their teeth in me, I've reboned them 6 ways to Sontag. Guy Champman. Chief Rebounding Officer, largemouth bass and songs. And you must be Naskami, the one I heard has thrown in his lot with the Wobans deboner next door. Oh, surprise, I know your name. Well, there are mouth buffers. I'd like to talk about your son. I'm not sure I want to discuss my son with a confederate of Kathy Tracy, that Jezebel of a deboner's daughter. She's a delinquent sorceress who never cared a what with mom for what we do here with larval bass, and she led my Tom into the belly of Okramgators. I heard of him. As long as there has been larval bass and sons, there has been Okramgator. To our great misfortune, I venture that there's no creature of land nor sea quite so terrible. 12 feet tall, red as a furnace, with smoke biling from his nostrils. He and his rapacious appetites are a plague on our business. He'll eat everything. It keeps me up at night, wondering what we did to deserve him. Is it a sin against the land to both debone and rebone fish? Perhaps, but then if Givesy Bass is a sin. How is Kaify responsible? Well, the arrogance of youth. Tracy never thought she had anything to fear from Okramgators. She didn't respect him. Several times I caught her attempting to summon the beast by shouting his name 3 times in a mirror or directly into the mouth of a bass. It was always going to end with her in Okram's belly. I just didn't think my tongue would be full enough. But when you throw words like Jezebel around, it's a little loaded. Do you think Tom could run away on his own? Absolutely not. Tom's a third generation bass boy, proud and true. Why just last month he said, I'm excited about my future in reboning Leather of Bass Dad. Does that sound like a words of a boy 1 foot out the door? Yes. No, there's a simpler explanation. The siren song of Cave Tracy. That's all I wanted to ask about your son. That's all I wanted to answer. I'm looking for someone myself. Charles Wallace, Is that fish? No. I'm not the person to ask. I'm a fisherman friend. Indeed, you'll be saying, yeah. This must be the mess, right? This is where we proudly serve reboned fish. That's the way we like it. I don't want to see you slipping any bones out of that fish, you hear? Can I go inside? I can't see any need for that. It's a failure of imagination on your part. I'll live. What's back here? Your quarters. And how will you know that? There's where Mr. Tracy has his. Maybe the two of you are more similar than I'd like to admit. Fuck off, fruit. Can I go inside? Into my family's private quarter? I'd soon let a dogfish loose in my socks. No. Rozumiem. Wiecie co? Ten odcinek ma już kurwa godzinę. Nie wiem kiedy to się stało, ale ten odcinek ma godzinę. Co wy powiecie na to? Ja kończę ten odcinek i do... Czy mi się chce kurwa nagrywać kolejny odcinek? Może? Ale nie. Dziękuję wam za obejrzenie tego odcinka. Idziemy tak naprawdę dalej. Będę nagrywał sobie dalej. Strasznie dużo czytania po angielsku, ale mi to szczerze nie przeszkadza. Uczę się choć dużo lepiej wymowy. Na razie, trzymajcie się. Bye.